What is the process of doing custom overseas orders for promotional products?
There's a lot of details that go into custom orders. First and foremost is you want to make sure you have enough time and the quantity volume is high enough, because you definitely have to do a certain level with your distributors who are connected with their suppliers and factories overseas, and they're used to doing large runs. They could be anywhere from like a minimum of a $10,000 purchase order to hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it's definitely going to be something where it's going to be in the higher thousands for product pieces. If it's something smaller, it'll be in the thousands. If it's something of a larger price point, maybe it's a $50 bag, then there is those options where maybe you could do a custom product for like 200, 300 pieces. So it really it's going to depend on the overall budget amount spent, because there's a lot that will go into building something custom. You're going to go back and forth between client, supplier, and factory. So there's three parties involved in getting the artwork design, the specs, the product proofing, and all those details. What is the overall requirement of the size of the order to meet deliverables? We also need to know, is there timeline available? Because doing something custom, typically it's going to be China, but it could be India that the product is coming out of, or Mexico. I mean, it depends on where our suppliers' factories are located. There's other elements to keep in mind too, with anything that we do in China, their Chinese New Year's are closed for like 3-4 weeks of production time. And that's just one of their big holidays. They have several others like us, and they close their factories. So those are also, we got to put into content of how much production time we have. But typically anywhere from like 120 to 180 is kind of working days. That's kind of what the standard is for custom products made overseas, that is. We designed them from concept. TiVo, we did a custom pair of TiVo slippers at one time. Very unique, very different. No one else will have those. It was a custom item. So those are something that we would make overseas. My buyers would have to make a big investment to know that they want to purchase the slippers or whatever the product may be in volume, bulk, and be able to distribute them over a period of time or for an event or however they're going to do it. Products we want to make overseas are going to be unique, very different. It's going to be one of a kind. It's a collectible. It's that kind of a feel when you do something overseas. Now, everything we do is custom. I mean, it's putting a logo, a brand on a item. But those items a lot of them are stock imports, stock import mugs, hats, whatever. And then we're just adding a brand, adding the logo and decorating it. But we can also do some custom in the United States as well. We have some suppliers that do dye sublimation, that do digital printing process. They can do it on fabrics and cut and sew and make products. So that is an option as well. But it's much more expensive because of labor and costs and materials, all that in the United States. When the opportunity is there, I definitely will promote overseas if I know we've got time. It could be a cost savings to my client. We can build something really unique and different. It's a journey, and I always let my customers know we'll work through this together, and we'll have a great outcome at the end. But it is a process. So that's kind of the aspects of doing a custom overseas project.